Welcome to Thriving Tribesmen. My name is Kuri, your host, and I'm excited to be making this episode. I get this question quite a lot. What do I do if she asks for a divorce? Now, in order to, I was going to preface this and then frame it and so on. But really, for a woman to get into a place where she wants to ask for a divorce, I think usually it's because she sees that you've got limitations and you're not capable of going past those limitations. Now, it doesn't mean that you got limitations. It's just that means that you have got into a dynamic where you're within a system that forces you to operate in a way that is not optimized. I'm sorry for using engineering words, but anyways, it means that the environment and the behaviors that you're doing are indicating to her that you're not capable to being the man that she wants, basically. So it becomes more important about really assessing what are those behaviors that you're doing, and more importantly, if for her to stay, or at least for her to see you from a different light, is you exhibiting different behaviors and creating the environment that makes you look like a leader, makes you look dominant. And those are the dynamics that's going on. But if she comes to the point where she says, I would like a divorce, usually if it was my wife, for example, she comes to me and says, there's some stuff that's going on, I feel unhappy, and I would like for us to divorce. Firstly, I'll be like, I'm really sad that this is what's happening, but there's a few bags in the loft. I'm going to go take them down and I'll help you pack and you'll go. And again, this is how you're supposed to react to it. Because if you start begging and start trying to get it to stay, generally, you're better off allowing her to go so she can experience the freedom. And then hopefully at some point, you can work your way back. Because if you try, most of the times when people try and beg somebody to stay, or they try and get them to stay, if they do stay, they're going to stay feeling shitty about themselves, that they've made this decision and then they've got back to that, they've got back on themselves. And the fact that she's gone back on herself because maybe you've used the kids, maybe you've used the family ties, you've used, the community that, it would be embarrassing for her to be divorced. If you've manipulated for her to stay, it's going to make things worse. It will never make things better. It might even make things seem like things are coasting, but that person will now behave in a way that is not authentic to who they are. And this is the reason why if that person says they want to leave and they want a divorce, you give it to them because they've made that decision. Now, I'm not saying it's the correct decision, and I'm not saying it's the best decision. And I personally will tell you that I don't want anybody to be in a place of divorce. But the last thing that you want to do is be so adamant not to keep things together that person resents you even more by making them stay. And worse, if she sees you begging for her to stay, it will make you look extremely weak. And if she stays and she's seen you being that weak, she can never respect you. And again, if you're begging for her to stay, it means that you're lowering the standards of her investment within that relationship. In order for her to stay, you're going to have to lower your standards even more on how much she invests. So therefore, it's going to be even shittier for you. So when somebody says they want a divorce, you should be able to say, that's the decision that I've come up to. You've obviously taken some time to think about this, and this is really important to you, and I'm willing to go down this path. I don't like it. I don't have to like it. I think it's going to be a very difficult road for both of us and the kids, if there's kids involved, but I'm willing to walk down this path with you. And when you do so, it's more empowering for you. It's going to feel shit, you're going to feel hurt, you're going to feel betrayed, but I can guarantee you, allowing that person to continue on that path when they've decided to do so is more empowering for you and for your future. Because while it hurts initially and she goes on to do whatever she's doing, I've watched quite a few videos in the last few months of women that have asked for a divorce and thinking that they're going to go out there and have a whole amazing type of life. It's not amazing over there, especially when you are divorced and you've been married before. Most guys are looking for... Anyways, we'll not go down that path. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that when it comes to a woman asking for divorce, generally it's because she just sees that you got limitations. If for whatever reason she goes, and then maybe that you decide to come back, her going is giving you an opportunity to start working on those things. So if she did, and she will, when she's begging to come back into the fold, which is the relationship, she was definitely will be asking, she will definitely be begging to come back into the relationship if you play your cards right. And one of the things that you can do is use that time to get better for yourself. So for example, if that person goes, you join a Muay Thai gym or you MMA gym, or you start doing stuff like that, and you start going to salsa dancing, for example, Latin dancing, getting involved in things like that, where you're also around women and around sexy women, and you're interacting and having fun. That is going to be one of the most important things that we'll do, because again, when that person comes begging to come back into your life, you might actually have better options, people that will treat you with respect, people that will actually love you for who you are, people that will not, put expectations that are not that are horrible. So it's an opportunity. If that person says they want a divorce, it's a real good opportunity for you to figure yourself out, and actually a good indicator for them to go, so you can actually see if there's something that is better for you as well. I know it's better to have the mother of your children with you, but if the mother of the children decides that you are no longer okay for her to be within that relationship, then there's no reason why you should be trying to keep her with you. So I just wanted to put that out there, because again, when I speak to people about this, they're adamant. I know I would want I would want my family to stay together. That's my intention. But in the fight to try and keep things together, it actually makes things worse for your relationship. So letting it go is probably one of the biggest strengths, or at least demonstration of strengths, that she will ever see from you. And again, she will find you even more attractive that you've let it go. And one of the things that will be probably crazy about the whole thing is that when you do let it go, and then if she starts dating somebody and starts doing all of that stuff, she'll quickly realize that the dating market isn't kind for people that have been married for such a long period of times, or even married and children and they've left. It's not very kind, and she'll quickly realize that she's really messed up. And I'm saying this because I'm not saying this again. Obviously, women sometimes they leave because there's abuse within their relationships. But I'm speaking to you guys specifically. I know that most of you guys are really good guys that are really wanting to have a good relationship with your partners, and then you just find yourself in this really horrible place where she says she wants a divorce. So, like I said, if she does say that, help her pack and let it go. So thank you very much, guys. I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care.